Angry Andy Reviews.
Angry Andy.
Angry Andy Reviews. Angry Andy Reviews. Angry Andy Reviews. Angry Andy Reviews.
Don't make me destroy you.
Hello and welcome to Angry Andy Reviews. I am sat in my review chair, I guess. I don't know, I just made that up. And this is my review for House of the Dragon, episode 5, I think we're on. I'm not quite sure. It's been a long week. I've had COVID. It was horrendous. My brain has melted. But yes, House of the Dragon. We are... I don't know where we're up to in the series. Are we halfway through? I'm not entirely sure. And this show's running concurrently alongside the Rings of Power. And it's interesting for me. My Rings of Power review will probably be up at the same time as this. A little bit delayed, both of them. It's interesting for me looking at both of these shows and seeing which one is starting to, give me a bit of impact. More so than the other. And I wouldn't have thought it would be the House of the Dragon, if I'm being quite honest, because of the way Game of Thrones ended for me. It didn't work for me. I did not like it one bit. But yeah, this show is working. It's pulling away. It's not perfect. In fact, it's not even great. I think it's okay to good. There are a few things that I do find a bit iffy. Some of the acting is extremely wooden in this, and yet we have some terrific acting from Matt Smith, who is able to absolutely steal every scene he's in this show. Not more so in this episode. So in this episode we do, the spoilers ahead, we do get a sort of a marriage proposal that's proclaimed. And I still can't remember character names. So Rhaenyra and Soraya, whatever. The Valerian people. So yeah, there's a marriage arranged. The king is looking mighty ill. And he arranges this marriage between Rhaenyra. And obviously, everything comes to pass. There's a whole build-up. There's a bit of back and forth, like the king still doesn't look pretty well. Alicent is trying to uncover the truth about what happened with Rhaenyra and Christ, I can't even remember Matt Smith's character name. Bloody hell. She's trying to uncover the truth, and she uncovers an uncomfortable, even worse truth, that it is Sir Criston who was doing the dirty deed. Everything happens. We get to this nice, lovely pre-wedding kind of celebration. Everybody comes. Everybody from the kingdom comes. And it's all very wooden and bland in places from some of the acting. But then we have, wonderful Paddy Considine, who's playing the king superbly well. Again, I can't remember his name. This is the problem with the show. Can't remember the characters' names. They are forgettable in places. But he is superb in this. You could see he's ailing. You can see this slow decline that we've noticed since the very first episode with his hand. And he's declaring all this fantastical stuff about the wedding, and his wife Alicent bugs it up and enters while he's giving a speech, and she looks very moody, obviously because she knows the truth about Rhaenyra and Sir Criston. And yeah, then it carries on a bit. There's a bit of dancing, whatever, and Matt Smith arrives, and this is why I'm enjoying the show so well, because he arrives, he doesn't say a fucking word, he strolls into the chamber, into this big hall, and he doesn't say a fucking word, and yet it's entertaining. You're transfixed on him because you're wondering what the fuck he's going to do, because we don't know what he's going to do. We don't know the measure of this man fully. We saw him in, the previous episodes, refusing to be rescued by his brother, the king, and charging headlong into battle on his own. Of course, he did get help, but he eventually won the day. We've seen him take a chance on trying to bed his niece, which my good friend Nathan Smith, I will put the quote up in here, in reference to the Rings of Power, where he says he's dropped off. He says he's more entertained, I'm paraphrasing, he's more entertained by the idea of Matt Smith just trying to nail his niece. And I agree with that sentiment, because we're unsure of this character. He's entertaining, he's engrossing, he's got plans, he wants to execute plans, he wants to do this, he's doing that. He's trying to fuck up the system. And that's what that is. It's got nothing to do with the sexualization. It's purely because of what he's trying to do as a character. He's trying to upset the order, he's trying to get his own way. It's entertaining, it's brisk. We like it. We like bad guys in shows like this. And that's where the show is winning, I think. It's winning on the basis of Matt Smith as an actor, Paddy Considine as an actor, and Rhys Ifans as an actor as well. You know, Rhaenyra's been really good, Millie Alcock. She's been really good. I'm not sure when she's leaving the show. I thought this would have been that episode, but it might be next week. I don't know, unless they're doing a massive time jump next episode and we're just saying goodbye. But yeah, we're winning based on that. I think it's just some of the other actors are letting the side down. I'm not sure about Alison. I'm not sure about the guy playing Sir Kristen. I'm not sure about the betrothed Valerian son. I'm not sure. Some of it's windy. Some of the acting's windy. Some of the dialogue is windy. Not as much as the Rings of Power. And some of the writing doesn't really stack up. There's not really a meaty story there at the moment. We're still kind of building up. Again, similar to the Rings of Power, we're still building up to what's going to happen. I think we need, as much as I don't want it to happen, we do actually need that time jump, I think. We need to press forward and see how this series is going to hit. You know, what they're going to do, what they're going to say. But yeah, it's okay, actually. It's all right. It's doing well. It looks really good. The dragons look superb. It's much better than I thought it would look when I watched the first couple of episodes. I thought it was looking a bit dodgy. But it's looking all right. I think it just needs a bit of smoother writing, a bit of smooth characterization. Some of those characters really need to either grow up with the time jump, or they just need to fuck off altogether. But yeah, it's doing okay. Are we halfway through this show as well, like we are with the Rings of Power? I don't really know. It's just, for me, it's fascinating watching these shows in tandem, like I said, from one to the other, because I'm seeing things, sort of parallels between them. Some things that I don't like, some things that I do like. One show's doing one thing, one show's doing the other one, and I'm here. What do you want from me? I just want to be entertained. I want to be entertained. I want to be enthralled. I want to know the story. I want to know what's going on. And I want the writing, the characters, and the fucking, just the quality in general. I want it there. So, I'm going to leave this review here. I haven't really spoiled too much because that's pretty much it. The bread and butter of the story. I don't really want to reveal too much about what they do, what they say, or what happens. There is a very brutal moment in this episode. And at first you think, oh fucking hell, Matt Smith. But it's got nothing to do with him. He fucks off. He's gone. He's having a drink somewhere. But yeah, I don't want to spoil too much about what happens in these episodes. You should really just have already watched them. I think you probably already have, to be fair. So for this episode, I'm going to give it a solid 8 out of 10. Yeah, very much enjoyed it. But I'm going to leave it there. I'll see you next week for a review of episode 6. I'm losing track of the episode count because I'm watching so fucking much at the minute. But there we go. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.